Welcome to your new favorite band, the podcast brought to you by the LA Maybe. And now, your hosts, Dallas Dwight and Drizzle Silvera.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to your new favorite band. This is episode, dude, I don't even begin to pretend to know what episode it is. I think maybe 51 or so.
Yeah, it's definitely not 69.
It's definitely not 69. We have something special planned for 69. Stay tuned. I'm Dallas Dwight.
I'm Drizzle Silvera. What's up?
And we're here hanging out. So, yeah, as you may have noticed, we've had to take a little bit of leave of absence from the podcast here. We have been hard at work on album number 2. So that's in full swing at this point, I would say.
Yeah, it was like, I was definitely hard for most of that work. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it was just the music was so good, I couldn't not be hard.
Yeah, it's just hard to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to work on when you're hard. Yeah.
It is. Hard to be hard. You heard it here first. These lights always make me look like a pink ghost, so that's really awesome. Really flattering, and I really love being a part of this podcast because of it. But anyway, Liquid Death, as always, bringing this podcast to you. Thank you, Licky D, for keeping us hydrated.
Gotta get that licky D.
Cheers to Licky D.
Cheers. Oh, yeah.
Nothing like a cold Licky D.
Man, cold licky D just does something to the soul.
It just
and
does.
the hole.
And the back of the throat. Just feels so nice.
Like, anytime Licky D's playing Uvula Speed Bag with me,
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy.
We have so many weird sayings we say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's been going on in LA Maybe world?
Yeah, dude. Crunch time for album number 2. We have no formal release date. Sorry, guys. But
Not even
as
close.
far as getting material together and writing and getting demos ready and all that kind of stuff, we have been working our asses off.
Yeah, we've kind of shared some ideas of plans and stuff here in the past, and suffice to say, those have changed, as they often do.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're just trying to do the best thing, the thing that makes the most sense.
Yeah, for our music. Yeah, we're trying to do the people say, like, do right by your kids, do right by your friends, whatever. We're trying to do right by our music.
Yeah.
We don't want to release it in a way that's not going to kind of give it the love and the platform that we think it deserves. So
Yeah.
that's why we've kind of changed course a little bit.
But
if that course doesn't work out, we'll do whatever we want. So there you go, back to square one. But regardless, we've been hard at work in the studio, recording and writing and figuring out, stuff like that. So
I'm really excited. Just obviously being hands-on, working on the material. Just it's not like necessarily changing, but it's refining, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Right. So our sound refined. And also, as most all of you know, with Goliath being the lead singer, finally getting him on these tracks as well, like with all new material, not acoustic releases, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Yeah. It's really cool to see what's coming out, and I'm extremely excited about the direction. And
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We got 4 strong ones, a fifth and sixth well on the way, and then got to fill it out with a few more, I guess, huh?
Yeah, just a few
got
more
some ideas floating around in the old brain chest.
Yep.
I sent you one where I found a new voice.
Yes.
So the way we record music in this band is a lot of times I'll do a demo and send it to everyone, and usually I'll sing it. And usually I sound like Mickey Mouse, just kind of right.
Yeah.
But this time, Goliath was actually over. I was like, you just step in there and do a quick take. He was like, we did a little bit of it, and then we needed a few more words to fill it out, but he had to go. So he was like, you just do it, and then I'll just, whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. So I go in there to do it, and I'm like, well, I'm going to just, try to sing this one for real. I kind of just have an idea of how I want to sing it. I'll just try singing it for real. And I kind of hit this part of my voice where I sounded like Axl Rose. And I was like, whoa. So I did a few more takes, and I think it had been 3 takes. And comped it together, and I went back to listen. I was like, for sure, it just sounds cool here, and it probably it doesn't translate to it doesn't work or whatever.
Not even.
And I went back, and I was like, holy shit, that's the voice. That's crazy. I didn't know I could do that. Because my whole life, I've been like, I sound like a Backstreet Boy. I can't sing with grit at all, And, I kind of found this pocket of my voice. Since that moment, I've been kind of honing in on it and trying to refine it and stuff, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's really cool. I remember when you dropped it in. You didn't even tell anyone you put it. Well, actually, no, you did. You said there's a new idea in Dropbox. You didn't elaborate. You said, think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
New idea in Dropbox.
Yeah. The first comment was Foz, is that you singing?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting at. Yeah. And
I was like, yeah.
sure enough. I mean, I didn't have to ask. I could tell just even though it's like you have never heard there's a timbre that's just like that's Dallas, but holy shit, that's fucking Dallas.
It was weird, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I sent it to a few other people and they were like, what?
Yeah, right?
But aside from all that, me just having fun digging around in the studio with my voice. It's a cool song, so I think we'll have some good ideas there.
Yeah, we've had some late nights in the studio.
Yeah, it just so happened that the night we record the podcast on needed that same time slot, needed some different priority, so that's why we haven't been here for a few weeks.
Yeah, we've definitely been crunching and getting this material together. So we don't know how it's going to be released or what it looks like, but rest assured,
right now we're just working on
it.
Music,
It is coming together. So
yep. Someone asked me like once a month usually, like, when's new music? I was like, wish I could tell you.
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited.
yeah.
I don't have
You
any
should be
answers.
like
maybe we should.
You
Have
should
the
be
answers,
like
but we
you
don't.
should be like, is not deluxe album enough?
Is not Lux Nuff? Snot Lux Nuff?
Snot Lux Nuff? Dude, that's
the
a
name of
phrase.
the next album.
Yeah.
Like Blood Sugar Sex Magic. You're like, wait.
Snot Lux Nuff?
That's either the worst band ever or the best band ever, depending on how much marketing dollars they have.
Yeah, definitely depending on how much marketing dollars, for sure.
Should have said how many, but yeah. Grammar. We got that WV grammar.
It's pronounced grammar.
What besides the studio and stuff, we played, been playing some shows around town and stuff. How those have been going?
I chipped my tooth.
In the same room that I chipped my tooth.
In the same room I chipped my tooth prior.
We have to talk about Amos's. Yeah, so we played Amos South End in Charlotte. That's kind of our home club, our hometown, and we sold it out essentially.
Yeah.
I think it was a couple short, but we'll round up. We sold it out.
And it was an awesome show.
night. Our friends Modern Alibi joined us. Shout out to those guys. A really, really great new band from Charlotte.
Young guys, too, and they kill it.
Young guys, and they kill it. Yeah, and we've known a couple of them in some capacity for a little bit of time, but as a band, I really dig their vibe. I watched a clip of them on Instagram, and I was like, I'm going to like these guys. And then they released their single. It's called 70s. You should go check it out. Modern Alibi. They're our band of the week. Hey, they're your new favorite band of the week. Really good band, really good guys. Fun to play with, and we hope to have them back when we're back at Amos's, which is September 9th. So,
yeah, September 9th. Put the 9th. 9th. Put that in your calendar. It'll be a fun night. It's bound to probably definitely sell out.
Yeah, every time we've done Amos's, we've been closer to selling out.
Yeah.
And this time, like I said, we were quite close. So don't mess around. Get some tickets, and we'll see you there for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, if there's any this time for sure we'll 100% be sold out. So
if there's a cap, and it's gotten bigger every time, so it's gotta actually cap out at some point. So
yeah,
it would be really gratifying to get a true sold out, where you have to put it up on the marquee and all that,
that'd be awesome. Yeah,
we have yet to hit that goal, so that would be a good goal for us to hit.
But for a hometown gig, getting 600 people out,
yeah.
And
the room feels absolutely packed.
Oh,
so even though it's not 100%, so it's still
the room at 500. I think it was 500 something in there. Felt like you couldn't squeeze another person in. Yeah,
and it was just a great night. Really solid. We played a lot of our original music. What happened during that set? I'm trying to think. It was just a whirlwind. I'm trying to think if anything cool happened that day or anything.
Okay,
crazy.
so we ended up with our, we opened for ourselves. We did the LA Maybe opening for our Guns N' Roses tribute, Anything Goes.
Yep.
And
which we only pull out on certain occasions.
Yeah, it's
not like a full thing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's a special Amos's thing, to be honest. It's pretty much the only place we do it.
Yeah. So, anyways, Goliath had been sick and got laryngitis, or what we think is laryngitis. Because literally, like, the week and a half leading up to that, like, he talking, he sounds like this. This is awful.
Yep.
And
it was like, how are we gonna do
And
this
like
show?
2 days before, he's like, guys,
we were supposed to play Friday night, and we had to cancel Friday night.
Yeah. Yep. So, anyways, he didn't sound great or talk at all on that Saturday we were going to be playing, because literally the night before he was like, guys,
Still not better.
we're going to have to figure something out. So, anyways, it was for our set, the LA Maybe set. We're like, okay, well, let's just play around and see what happens. And what was so much fun about that, and the crowd, like you could feel the energy of the crowd. We literally kind of like, we had our set playlist, but we also played around a lot, and did our covers bit and stuff like that. But just kind of really had fun with it.
The covers bit's so nice, and we should explain what that is. It's this part of the show where we tease a song, like a famous song, like Freebird or whatever. And then we pretend like we're going to play it, right? So we kind of key everyone up, and then we stop immediately. We're like, no, we're not playing that. And then we do it 2 more times. And then we go into an actual song.
Yeah.
So it's this kind of fun, humorous moment of the show that we call the covers bit. But we have it so on lock now that we sometimes we're not even planning on doing it, but we'll just see the perfect opportunity. Someone screams, Freebird! We're just like, well, here you go, you asked for it. And we just go straight into this huge rehearsed bit that we played 1,000,000 times. But at the time is so spur of the moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So we're
definitely.
able to improv that bit into places that was never meant to be. So it seems really serendipitous, but it's really been quite rehearsed.
Yeah. But I just remember that set, in the, crazy war zone that being on stage is, where you're just kind of like, what happened, after every gig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on stage, dude. So we played an hour or so for LA Maybe and an hour or so for Guns. And, we've done a lot of original gigs lately. And when we do our original gigs, we go really, really hard. A lot of headbanging, jumping, moving, swinging, crazy stuff. When we do our cover gigs, we're a lot more subdued for a lot of reasons. One, it just is way out of place, and we look like idiots
Yeah.
if we go
definitely.
as hard. And we kind of dress down a little more. It's a little more chill, right? But those original gigs we were doing were opening for Steel Panther. We had like 30, 40-minute slots. And then we went to playing a 2-hour original gig, essentially, because we're going hard for Guns, too.
Yeah.
And going that hard for 2 hours, I woke up the next morning and I couldn't roll out of bed. I felt like I got thrown out of a moving train and hit by another moving train. Like I was just like limping to the bathroom, like neck's all broken.
So for me, it was like the next day I was okay. It was the following
yeah.
day. It was the second day after where I was like, oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I am right now, my
Yeah.
gym routine.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Monday, Saturday, I had a heavy day. And I'm just like, I can't walk today. I'm like limping down my students' stairs, like, hold on, wait for me.
Oh, shit, dude. Yeah, man. But
I laid down in my bed earlier, and I felt a ball on my quad. I was laying on my stomach. And I was like, what is that? And I reached in. It's just my muscle. Felt like I was sitting on a fist. I was like, it's just my leg.
oh, man.
I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah. No, I think what I was saying, I guess in the grand scheme of thing, the war that it is I equate it to a war zone.
Yeah.
It's like, but a war zone you actually want to be in. Because it's just crazy. You're hoping you're hitting the right patches. You're running around like, I think I'm hitting the right note when your hair's in your eyes, banging your neck, flinging your guitar. But it just, for some reason, that first set just felt, there was all this tension building up to that. All this
We threw
tension,
in the couple Prince tunes as well,
oh yeah, that's right. That's right. We did.
which is something we've never done in that room.
Yeah, we did in the UK.
Good feedback.
Yeah, really great feedback. But yeah, so anyways, it was all this tension, like, oh fuck, I hope tonight's good, with Goliath's voice and stuff. And then to have that release of a really awesome show, it made that show feel 10,000 times better than if there was none of that before, and it still went the way it went.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
anyways,
sure.
for me, I was really, really just overjoyed about the night.
One of the most interesting things for me was usually the Guns part of the night is the biggest night. It's the biggest part, right? That's what everyone's there for. That was not the case this time.
No.
By the end of the gun set, people were emptying out. And it's not because we're not playing guns or whatever. It's because they were there to see the LA Maybe.
Because so many people were there to see us. Yeah, which was really gratifying.
It was really cool to see that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of chipping tooth, so the last time we played there, you chipped your tooth.
That was with
your necklace.
LA Guns and Faster Pussycat. Yep.
Yeah. And so you chipped your tooth with your Viking.
It was the Viking necklace that
hammer.
I have not worn since.
Okay. So here's where you're smarter than me, I guess. Well, you're smarter than me in a lot of ways.
All the ways, yeah.
You
said some, but you meant all. It's fine. I got it. I'm smarter. I figured.
I think I got you beat in fathering.
Give me a chance to catch up.
No. Yeah. So, anyways, I decided that night for the gun set, I was gonna put my necklace on that I had chipped my tooth on originally when we played like the
Still got like a sliver of tooth on it and everything.
Right? No, the second gig we ever played there, I chipped my same tooth that I chipped again on this side.
We're just gonna have just missing a tooth by the year 2050. We're just missing a full tooth from chips of Amos's.
Both my front
it's
teeth.
my Amos tooth or lack thereof.
This is my Amos tooth.
Yeah, it's like half the height of the other one.
You just show them your Amos tooth, and it's just there's nothing
Everyone's
there.
like, "What is that? Just get it fixed. What are you doing?"
But anyways, no, I think it was the second gig we ever played at Amos's with that necklace on. I almost just fucking chipped my tooth right now, dude.
Dude, okay, real quick sidebar though. We were playing the other night, and we'll talk about these gigs in a minute, but my mic stand was kind of sticking out, and this person kept kicking it, and it kept just kind of like jamming it. I'd be singing, oh, God damn, get it. Like,
Oh, dude.
that reminded me of that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude, hitting your teeth with a mic is one of the worst pains.
Yeah, dude, it sucks. It sucks.
So bad.
No, so it was like the second gig we ever played there. I chipped the the left side of my left front tooth. And I was like, okay, I'm not wearing this necklace ever again.
I chipped the right side of my right tooth. Nice. I had to feel it for a second.
Yeah. Okay, so here's to my never wear it again. We're there. I'm like, oh, I'll just wear it this time. I'll be fine. I don't know what to not
Immediately chipped.
I know what not
as
to
you're
do.
putting it on. God damn it.
It was probably about halfway through the set, just before we played Rocket Queen. And I'm just headbanging, and my necklace just goes, whoop.
Yeah, dude. You got to get one of the longer ones. That's why I moved to my skull one.
Gotcha.
The longer one, then all it does is jab you in the forehead. It's too short to hit you. It's too long to hit you in the teeth.
I knew right away because I was chewing my teeth.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck, this is pretty bad.
You couldn't get your tongue off it like a...
Yeah. I'm like, yeah. Exactly. It's stuck on it. So anyways, you do that solo, that extended solo in Rocket Queen, like based off the live version,
Oh,
the live era.
I love that solo. I wish I
And
had
so
the top
anyways,
box
I'm
set up.
fucking behind the screen like, God fucking damn. Holy shit, this is not good.
That's what I thought. I thought I was missing like a quarter of my tooth. That's what it felt like. And then I showed everyone, you guys and stuff. You're like, I don't even see it. I was like, okay, well, it just feels huge.
Yeah.
It felt like I was missing like a full 25%.
No,
of
to
the
my
tooth.
tongue, it felt like I almost knocked my tooth out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, is that jiggly?
Yeah. No. So anyways, it's like, I knew I shouldn't have worn this goddamn necklace. I said I was going to wear it again. I said it would be fine. It wasn't fine. I'm just back behind that fucking screen, just like, just
Where were we?
boiling.
I think we're on the Blind Tiger stage. I had, do you remember that layer necklace I had for the Mr. Danger video?
Yeah, because I fixed it so many times.
Yes. This is the time you fixed it on the drive to the Blind Tiger, and I felt it kind of break. And I saw like part of it swinging, and I just grabbed it and just jerked it off my neck and threw it. It's left in somewhere in the bowels of the Blind Tiger still to this day.
Wow. What was the Blind Tiger?
Yeah. Oh, true.
Yeah.
Too many shootings.
Yeah. But are you surprised?
I'm not.
We've been
no.
there.
I'm not surprised.
Surprised at all, dude.
No.
It's like
If you were to have me draw a picture of what a place that shootings happens looks like, I would draw that. Like literally, it would have the same address number and everything. You'd be like, dude, oh, that's good, dude. That's exactly where all the shootings happen. Were you there? Well, I'd be like, no, I've never been to this place in my life. It's exactly what I would have drawn.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Anyways, so not surprised at all in the least. Sad because it was a fun venue. It was cool.
It was a cool venue. We had some good times there. That was kind of our home club as we were starting.
Yeah.
It wasn't in our hometown, but we played there all the time.
Yeah, we played there more
Supporting
than
good
Amos's,
artists. That's where I
you
met Steel Panther the first time.
That's where we met Buck Cherry the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And went all over the world with both those guys after that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I know, right? Yeah.
Crazy to think.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone, and I brought up that we were in Cabo San Lucas at Sammy Hagar's bar, and we were here and there and just listening to all these things we've done. It's like, wow, we've really been kind of everywhere. We've been all over the place.
Yeah, we
with
really
our
have
music.
been a lot
That's
of
pretty
places.
crazy.
Yeah.
With our music.
Yeah.
Not covers or tributes or whatever.
Yeah, I know plenty of people.
There's a certain amount of pride in that.
Yeah, I know plenty of people who've gone all over as a tribute, cover band. And that's awesome. Congratulations on
Make
being,
money the way you want to make money.
on being able to be a working musician. And
I do feel like it's kind of a cheat code, though.
Yeah, but
it's definitely a gray area, and I don't want to insult anyone that does that because I honestly, at the end of the day, don't care at all. Like, couldn't care less. Do whatever you want. I don't care. But it does feel like a cheat code to me.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like, oh, well, this guy already is like one of the biggest artists in the world. I'll just do what he did, but like for smaller places. And it's like, okay.
I
do
wouldn't
that.
say
Is it an illegal gray area? I feel like it's definitely an illegal gray area.
it depends on the artist, I guess, and how.
Which means I think it's technically illegal. Is it? But artists are just like, yeah, whatever, do it. We don't care.
I know that them
The Eagles
selling
are pissed, I know
merch.
that.
I know that them selling merch, really, that's a big no-no.
That's an obvious one.
That's an obvious one.
Yeah. Also, though, are you saying like selling like Elton John merch or Journey merch or whatever? Or selling
merch that's
Journey
loosely,
Tribute Band A merch. Like who? This is so funny to me. Who would ever buy a Journey Tribute Band shirt when you can just go buy a Journey shirt? Like, dude, that is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life.
I think you just have to really like the people in the tribute band.
Yeah, sure. But even so, like, dude, that is, unless it's like a totally different branding look or something.
Yeah.
It's not, though, because tributes are clones. That's what they are.
Yeah.
And I'm not shitting all over the tribute game. I will shit all over the tribute merch game. I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is just so dumb. Also, there's no way you're moving that much of it. There's just no way. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
The tribute,
buy the worst version of the thing I want?
The
like,
tribute game fills a void, though, that, where these
it's nostalgia.
obviously massive national acts can't go to that venue.
Right.
Unless they're charging.
It hits that, like, B
unless
market,
they're charging $2,000 a ticket.
Yeah.
And it's just an exclusive 2,000-3,000 person show.
Right.
For these.
No, there's
massive
definitely a
paying
market
fans.
for it, obviously. There's so many really successful bands. I have friends in lots of them.
Yeah.
One of my friends is in one of the most successful tribute bands in the world. They literally tour arenas. Like, it's all over the world. And so, I mean, we've been in tribute bands. We do tribute bands. I've been in them all over the world. Not over the world.
Well, we have that
all
guns. We have our guns tribute
Yeah,
band.
that's kind of a real loose thing. But
Yeah.
I've been in Alice in Chains tribute, a Journey tribute, all that stuff. So I've done the thing. I've played the dress up,
Yeah.
And personally, not really a fan. But again, I don't care if anyone else does it. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, personally, I would way rather be doing original music. But
It's a
again,
different fulfilling
at the end,
thing, for
it's way more different fulfilling.
The problem is
yeah.
you're usually playing empty rooms in the beginning.
Yeah.
So that it's hard to overcome that. Like,
Whereas, throw a famous name on or a famous
you and I
song
could start a
of
tribute
famous
to
name, yeah.
just name an artist now.
Yeah, you too.
You too.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we could sell out Amos's.
Yeah.
Like just that done.
Exactly.
We'll just piggyback off someone else. And that's that part does kind of sit a little bit wrong with me, but I understand that's a subjective gray area, and some people don't feel the same way, and I don't care. That's fine.
Yeah,
I'm not going to sit here and be like, "Don't do that, it's wrong." I don't care.
I think it's awesome that musicians are able to make a living doing that.
It is that's what I'm saying. It's a really good cheat code. Like, well, I'm not in U2, but I am pretty good at guitar, and I don't want to teach or I don't want to work at Walmart or whatever. So let me just learn a bunch of U2 songs, find a couple other guys, and we'll hit the road and make the same amount of money I'd make, doing whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like that's a pretty easy thing. The music's already written. We don't have to worry about that. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
We
Yeah.
just have to shave our head, put on the beanie, whatever. Get the glasses, and now we're Bono and the Edge.
No, but here's the satisfaction that they're never gonna feel of that.
Oh, Driz attacking.
Yeah, here's the satisfaction you will never feel until you have done that grueling hard work of writing music, getting everyone in the band on board with it, doing the rehearsals, playing to fuck all, nobody, and then eventually you're opening for massive bands, and then eventually you're selling out places, and eventually you're getting tons of people to come listen to what you have worked on.
The most gratifying thing for
and-
me is seeing people sing our words.
Oh, dude.
When I look out and
that's
see
so special.
someone, especially someone I don't recognize, if it's like my mom, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, thanks, Mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
right.
like, if it's just some dude, we had some dude at, I think it was, I don't remember what show it was. It was one of the Panther shows.
Was it the House of Blues?
No, because they were so much lower than us. That stage
Yeah.
is so high. That stage is so high, dude. Your feet are above the people's heads.
Oh, dude,
Like,
yeah, it was awesome.
Usually you're kind of chest height or, on the floor. But, dude, we were like, first row was like craning their necks. Maybe it was the Fillmore or something. You got to remember this. There was that one guy in the middle, and he was singing every word to every song. And he was standing right in the middle. He had a beer, and he was just like a happy guy. It was in the UK. He was somewhere in the UK. And it was Winter Rocks, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Winter Rocks. Yeah. I remember that guy.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, singing every single word to every song, like the verses of like Sucker Punch. And it was like, oh, all right, like this guy really likes us. And that's the cool thing to see.
Yeah.
Or when you have, we do Oh Sugar, our song Oh Sugar, and we have a little crowd participation part where we say, Goliath says, I said, hey. And the crowd goes, Oh Sugar. And we get him to do it with us through a kind of little call and response thing at the beginning. And I'll never forget when we did it in Spain. And there's 2,000 people, whatever, just, oh, sugar. I don't even speak English.
Yeah.
They're just
And it was just
screaming
a roar,
our words
dude.
louder
Yeah.
than anything else
Yeah.
we heard that whole day. And just going nuts for us. And the festival had a pretty strict policy of we never bring back the same band twice, and we got an offer this year.
Yeah.
They were like, can you guys come back? And we were like, unfortunately, we just can't make it work this year, but maybe next year.
Yeah.
But it was still so awesome. Because to this day, that's one of the best gigs we've ever played.
Oh, dude.
As far
hands
as
down.
the best we've ever played, the best we've ever performed, and the best setting we've ever performed in, the best PA, the best drum kit, like everything was just like, this is the
The
best.
stars
gig.
aligned. The best
Like, yeah.
lunch we've ever had
Yeah.
before we played that
The
day.
cake that was named after a person that I can never remember. Is it Jerry Riggs cake?
Jerry Rig.
What is it?
It's like Saint something.
St. Elmo's cake.
Sure, yeah. Saint
St.
Elmo.
Charles's cake.
Yeah.
I don't remember, dude.
Fuck it. I
Saint
mean, it was
Beckinsale's cake.
amazing. I remember, dude.
We saw the cake and we were like, "There's no way we can eat that. Let's just try a little no thank you helping. Give me the whole cake." It was that fast.
Yeah,
It's like,
because we just
I don't
eat
care
a
if I have
meal.
to throw up to make room for this. We're eating this.
Time to purge.
Here's how dumb we were. We're sitting here feasting, and the guy comes out and he's like, "Guys, or Joseph, he was kind of our handler. He was like, "Guys, there's like 4 courses. What are you doing?" Like, we thought this is it. We're just chowing down.
Oh,
plates
dude.
full of shit. And the guy's like, "Guys, better slow down." Oh, it was funny.
Hell, we hadn't eaten in a fucking long time
Yeah,
either.
yeah.
And so yeah, we're just tearing
And
through
then
this
the
meal.
nightmare
It
with
was
the
so
COVID
good.
tests, getting home and all that.
Oh god.
Because
yeah,
if you
fuck.
remember, we were supposed to have them at the first airport, but we didn't. But thankfully, Germany didn't require them.
Yeah.
So we could just go to Germany, and then we just had to figure it out in Germany. So that was a whole thing. But having to just kind of deal with all that and that was just a nightmare.
Oh, dude,
But,
for sure.
The Spanish gig in Ariatza, Spain, in Basque Country, I guess. And I never remember saying thank you, and kind of yay, and then I said thank you in Basque, and the place just absolutely erupted.
Yeah.
I've never
fucking-
felt more powerful in my life.
They fucking Mount St. Helens, dude. It was amazing.
They really appreciated that gesture
Yeah.
of respect.
Yeah.
But if I would have said gracias, it wouldn't have been at all the same.
Well,
There
yeah,
might even have been a couple people boo.
A lot of people there don't like the Spanish. Most of them,
Yeah.
they don't even like the French. This is like y'all are what, like 2,
Well,
3.
who likes the French? Let's be honest. They bring it on themselves.
We're like 3 hours from the border of France. I was just like, so y'all speak French? Blah,
These are-
blah,
these are
blah,
jokes, by
anything
the
like
way.
this? And I won't say names or who. I'm not incriminating them.
Tom.
But the people I was. But the people I was with, they were like, "No, we fucking hate the French. Blah, 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 fuck the French."
I feel like
Blah,
they just
blah,
hate
blah. I was
everyone.
just like,
you know?
"Oh, okay, all right."
All right, cool. Oui.
No, they're just like all about we're Basque, and like everyone's
they're
tried
the Texas of Europe.
everyone's tried to conquer them from the French to the Spanish to blah blah blah, and they at least have their flag still, although it's not recognized,
Right.
except for by them, and they have their language and their.
That's so funny that they say like not recognized. Like I just imagine some guy being like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
I don't recognize that.
Yeah.
Is that a piece of paper? It looks like cloth, maybe.
Well, they're so different from Spain that they don't feel that they feel they're Basque. They kind of want to be their own country, but
right.
Unfortunately, they're a small little area.
Now, the one hang up I have is they wanted to change the Basque Country like official like anthem, like the national anthem, to that song. I wanna soak up the sun. I wanna tell everyone I don't know the words, and that's where they lost me because I was like, it's a good song, but that's like for anthem. I don't know.
Yeah.
Before every football game, football game.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Maybe some football games.
Some, but that food though.
That food was good.
Tortilla, but it wasn't like a tortilla like you think. Like
you knew the food was good because every time they took us to the place we were eating, restaurant, it was just like some dude's basement.
Yeah.
We were just like,
you're walking through a stone arch that was built before your great grandma.
Like Jesus had built the carpentry in there, and it's just like the desk. It's like one huge like table that looks like a bunch of knights ate at. And you're just like, cool. Like, I'm not wearing a tunic, but I guess I'll sit. And the food was awesome.
Oh, dude,
really good, all family style,
and the hospitality
lots
was
of blood in the food, which was cool for some reason.
You know what?
And
I really dig blood and food now.
Yeah, we had the blood rice, and then we had what is it in Edinburgh?
Oh, haggis.
Patty Wickles and Chonkers. Yeah.
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 Haggis. That's kind of more like just organ meat. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It was fine. I guess some people are hung up on like what it is. I didn't care about that. It was fine.
The initial taste is amazing. You do get a little bit of that irony aftertaste. Where
like
I can
munching
see
on a jail cell.
Yeah. That or going down a chick on her. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. All right.
Red Wings. Okay.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know. I think
we got on a tangent of Spain. How about this? How about we played 2 local cover shows this weekend? 2. And this has never happened, not once. We've played hundreds of these shows. This has never happened one time. This weekend, both shows got a legitimate encore.
Yes, both of them. Yeah, it was awesome.
Both of them. I mean, to the point that the place is screaming like, oh, and we're like,
well, the last
shit.
one we did.
Like, I guess we're playing another song. Like, Jesus Christ, you can't leave with them like this.
Yeah.
What?
You can't. Well, the last place we played, you couldn't walk through the fucking place. And the owner said that was their most lucrative night they've ever had.
End of the night when we were settling up, the guy was like, "That's the best night we've had since this club opened." And he was like, "Thank you." We're like, "Pays double next time." No, we didn't say that. We love that place, and it's 90 seconds from my house, so I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, dude, legit. Probably only takes you 90 seconds to get there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could walk with my gear. Like, with my gear, I could walk and be totally fine.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's a cool place. It definitely has like that more like...
It's called Barney's, which is cool.
Totally.
Barney's in Fort Mill. Shout out. Great place. You guys should go hang out. It's cool kind of southerny. It has like a biker bar feel, but it's not a biker bar, but it just has that kind of feel to me.
Well, yeah, it definitely has that. It doesn't have like a... It's kind of like an in-between. It's just kind of like, I don't know, maybe just a good country bar feel-ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
We played... one thing I've started to notice more and more lately is what songs we play really depends on what venue we're in as to how well they do. So, like, Bradshaw's, we played Drops at Jupiter, and it was the best it ever was. For whatever reason. We play the same way every time, but it was just the best crowd reaction. They just went nuts for it. That's pretty rare. These songs usually gets a decent response, but not the best. And then at Barney's, nobody cared. But then another song that most people don't like Uncle Tom's Cabin and Monkey Business. Those usually are pretty much duds.
Yeah.
Because most of the crowd's like, what is this? And then at Barney's, they just both killed.
Oh yeah, they were going nuts for those.
Yeah. And then we have songs that always kill, like the Welcome to the Jungle, The Prince, like those stuff. Every venue we go in, those songs just slay.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see kind of how that works.
It really is. I think also like more and more so we're having clientele follow us around to these like Not fans follow us around to these smaller gigs.
Matt came and sat next to me and talked during one of the breaks, and I was just telling him, just my friend Matt, he's in a band 50 Year Rebellion. They play around town as well, and I've known him for a really long time. But he said, no, what were we talking about? Oh, I was telling him, like, yeah, it's weird. I don't know if it's because we're getting bigger or have been around longer or whatever, but we don't really play empty rooms anymore like we used to. Like, pretty much every time we play, like, it's packed. Like, and that's kind of a new thing. That's pretty much this year that started happening. Maybe, I don't even think late last year it wasn't like that. And now we'll go play a place, and like Barney's was empty while we were setting up.
Oh,
and
yeah. I was like,
this one's not going to be good.
Yeah.
And like right as we were starting, it just floodgates, and it was like, oh shit, there's like 100 people in here now, and that's a tiny place.
Yeah.
Like,
no, there was definitely more than 100 people in that place.
But that place is like the size of like a living room in a mansion.
It's like a 3-car garage.
Yeah.
Maybe
if your 3 cars are smart cars.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 right behind him. What else was I going to say about talking to Matt? Oh, he said, when I said that, he said something that I thought was really interesting. He said, well, it's that word of mouth, and you never hear it, you know? You never hear, and I was like, that's interesting. You never hear your own word of mouth. You know what I mean? You'll never hear that. It just travels around without you ever knowing. And that was a really interesting thing he said. Matt's full of those weird, interesting things.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
definitely.
Matt.
No, Matt's,
actually, we're gonna have him on the.
What's
have him on
funny
the
is
podcast
you introduced me to Matt years ago when I first joined the band, and I definitely would consider him a really good friend at this point. Yeah. And I really
Matt's like that with everyone though. He's just that guy.
But
like, he's a good friend of everyone immediately after meeting him. He's just like that likable. He's a salesman, so he's really good at that stuff. I'll never forget. He met my entire family for the first time. Got all their names, one after the others, maybe 4 or 5 of them there. Stands and has a full 15-minute conversation, and then says bye to all of them by name, and then walks away. Like, how did you remember all their names? Like, just like that, knew all of their names immediately. Like, it's like that's crazy. But yeah, we're gonna have him on the show soon. We were supposed to at some point, but
we were. Something fell through. But yeah,
I'll text him.
They'll get a kick out of Matt. Yeah,
he's a fun guy for sure.
Yeah.
And he grew up in Jersey and New York and stuff, so he saw a lot of bands, like big bands. Mm-hmm. Like before they were famous.
Yeah.
Like he'll tell a story, I'm sure, on the podcast where he went to see, X band. I don't remember who it was, Metallica, whatever. And it was in a little club, and there was this little band opening that no one had heard of. It was like their 3rd show, and they were called Pantera. And like that. He has a lot of stories like that.
Yeah.
Where he saw a lot of cool stuff from where he grew up. And when, I guess, too.
Dude, yeah, I've heard quite a few of them myself. It'll be a good time, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be nice. We got a few more minutes.
Yeah, we got a few more minutes.
Those cover shows this weekend were fun.
Yeah.
It was Hickory Tavern, which is kind of like our home, away from home. We played there 4 times in the last 3 months.
You know what? I have fun. I had fun there. I had a lot of fun at Barney's.
Barney's was really fun. Yeah. I always like playing Barney's.
I tend to have more fun on areas where I have a little bit more space. I'm not claustrophobic.
That's true.
But if I feel like I can't, if I'm constantly having to watch my headstock from hitting Rasan, and I'm constantly having to do this all the time, and I can't focus on just being in the moment, then I tend to just get it. For me, it's more of a get by gig.
Yeah.
Again, if Rasad's got a cable. Again, I'm saying Rasad, nothing against Rasad. It's just we're always next to each other. That's where we are on stage. If he's got a cable and he's running around, I've got to pay attention to his cable. Now then I can't actually be fully in the show. Mm-hmm. I have to actually watch my step. I've got to make sure that's fuck. You
tripping? You tripping over?
Yeah, you're
yeah.
Goddamn right.
You're gonna show me this?
Anyways,
I want to hear about this.
Should we save that for our VIP section or no?
We'll give him a little flash and then we'll move to VIP.
Yeah, we'll do the one that I've talked about the most as far as brands that I just really don't like. Mm-hmm. I've wanted to like, but really just don't. But I want to.
Well, that means a lot.
And then the VIPers will get the other one.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Do I have this centered?
No. Not really. Pretty dog shit, if you ask me.
Yeah, pretty fucking horrible.
Just out here, Justin Cam.
Hey, but for spur of the moment, that's pretty good right there.
Wait, have we talked about the drunk voice that we have on this podcast?
Oh no, tell him. You gotta tell him.
It's really easy to do. And we've met enough people like this that it's easy to make fun of.
Enough for a lifetime.
All of them.
Yes.
You just make every word of your sentence one word. That's it. How are you doing?
Hey, bro, if I do anything better, I don't know what to do myself.
What is guitar you have?
Dirty Gibson.
Thank you guys for listening to the podcast.
So, I bought a Gibson Les Paul.
Mm-hmm. $320.
$320 and a blowjob.
Ooh, you undersold that blowjob, I think.
No, I got a blowjob.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I was like, you can give me $320 and a blowjob.
Or I'm walking.
I'm walking.
And the guy's like, get out.
No, he's like, sounds like a fucking great deal.
You had me at blowjob.
Sorry, Casey.
Yeah,
Anyways,
cash.
no, this I got a Gibson Les Paul. It's a nice burst.
Yeah, it looks really
60s
nice.
reissue.
It
That
looks really
flame,
nice.
if you get it in the light the right way.
It's looks on the screen a little bit more red than I think it is. It's more kind of ambery brown.
Yeah, it looks way more red on the screen.
It looks very cherry on screen.
to tomato soup.
Big fan of tomato soup.
But yeah, it's this one actually. So here's the story. I was in Pineville Guitar Center.
Okay.
And I'd been in there for like an hour. I'm in between like multiple students. I think I had like multiple cancellations that day or whatever.
You do way better with your lesson gaps than I do. I usually just sit in my car.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, well, you hate guitar stores too much to go to a
That's
guitar
true.
store.
I saw a meme the other day. I'll never find it again. But as a quick sidebar, it was a little reel on Instagram, and it said Saturday at Guitar Center, and it's just a guy sitting here like this staring. It's got like 5 different songs playing at once, and it's like a really bad Smoke on the Water, Thunderstruck that's kind of decent, and like 2 others. And the guy's just like,
Guy had a hat on. Black guy
so.
with a hat on.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, dude. I saw that
Dude,
same
it's
fucking
so
one,
funny.
dude. I was
Or
like,
you might have sent that one to me. Actually,
maybe I
No,
sent it to
don't
you.
know. Anyway, that made me laugh, and that's how I feel.
Yeah,
So
dude.
it's like, nah, I'm good. There's nothing in there for me.
I was in there for a long.
Ironically, because it's a music store.
Yeah, I was in there for a long time, and their used section had been moved to like this wall that you can't even see when you walk in the store. It's like you go into the guitar section, you got the wall of guitars, and then you turn. There's the bathroom, and then there's a little tucked away wall behind there.
Yeah.
And I look up and I see this guitar. I was like, damn, that's a gorgeous Les Paul. Probably feels like shit. And I was just like, but I guess I'll just check it out real quick. It was used. And so I asked the guy, I was like, hey, can I check out the guitar? He's like, sure. Got the ladder, got it down for me. Picked it up, strummed a chord. I was like, oh, a good Les Paul? And I was just like, well, let me just make sure I'm not tripping here. Let me plug this into an amp I know, Anyways, I plugged it into AC30. I really like AC30s a lot.
Yeah.
I know how to work them really well. And I was like, holy shit balls. This is a really fucking good Les Paul. And it's a 50s tribute. So it's a 2012.
The 2050s.
2050s. Yeah. No, it's a 1950. It's like a 59 tribute Les Paul. It's got the, I thought burst buckers. They're the 57 classics. I love the neck pickup that's in here. I'm not crazy about the bridge pickup. This might get a little swap-de-doo. But gorgeous guitar, and it's if I had to guess, probably right at about 8 1/4, 8.5 pounds. So not
not so heavy.
not a very heavy Les Paul. Considering it's not chambered at all. It's made to 50 spec. So
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Considering it's not chambered, it's not a very heavy Les Paul.
Heavy.
No. If you pick it up, you'll realize it's probably it's way lighter. It's way lighter than your gold top.
Yeah, my gold top is pretty heavy.
Yeah. So I got a Les Paul. I got a Gibson Les Paul, and it's an amazing guitar. That one is. I've played hundreds of them, and I've only gone home with one other Gibson Les Paul in my life. And I did end up selling it. Not because it wasn't an awesome guitar. It's just there was another guitar that was
like smoke too. Tell them about
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. So originally they had bought this guitar in, and sold it to someone else. Well, the other person brought it back and said, hey, I just can't get rid of this smell of smoke. And so I think I got it at even more of a discount. So I went home, about $1,600 for that guitar as opposed to $18. So, it's a player. Played that with Steel Panther on our first night in the Carolina run. And
Not that good. It's missing a string.
yeah, I broke a string last night on it. I was up
So
late.
it can't be that good.
Yeah. No, literally, it didn't break on any of the points where it's touching. The string actually just ended up unraveling around the ball.
Nice.
So,
whoa, that sounds
Oh, yeah.
sick, dude.
yeah, but it's a good Les Paul.
Nice.
You've gotten to play it. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a guitar. I don't know. I'm not that good to decide.
Dallas is just like, it's a fucking tool. Can I play it?
Yeah.
Does it work? Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
like,
mean,
I'm
a
it's like
little more-
asking a carpenter which hammer he likes. It's like, it's a fucking hammer. I don't know. Let me build some shit.
Well, to be honest, there are some carpenters that
They're dumb when they suck at their job. And they build dumb shit.
All right,
I'm not saying like it's not like, I mean, guitars are more
So
like.
you take your guitar into a luthier like 10 years down the
Yeah.
road,
And he's like.
and he just watched this podcast the night before, and he's
And I'm like, he sucks his job and he's stupid. Can you fix my guitar, please? Thought I suck at my job and you're stupid. Well, then just be better and not stupid. I don't know what to tell you. Like, stop caring about hammers. I think the guitars are honestly more like paintbrushes, right? They kind of serve different functions.
Yeah.
Right. Not every brush paints the same way.
yeah.
No, I'm just not super overly picky, I guess.
I like when, for me personally, I like when quality matches or exceeds the price point.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do work on guitars, like I can tell a quality guitar even if it's cheap. Like
Yeah.
this one was put together right. This one was done right. Everyone who touched this guitar did a good job. Primarily, that's really boils down to the neck and the pickup placement,
Yeah.
right? Like if you can look at a guitar and tell if the pickups are off
Right.
from the strings.
They're just like sideways. Like, oh, this
Yeah.
one's not very good. I think only one of these strings is under the pickup.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, if the neck and the pickups are aligned and the strings line up perfectly, there's not an excess of space on either side of your high E and your low E to the edge of the fingerboard. I'm like, okay, cool. And if the neck's not doing this number where you can look down and you'll notice that the neck has warped this way or that way, I pay attention to that because that could be something that ends up fucking you down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing too with guitars, I'd heard something from someone like vintage guitars are sought after because that year has had that old wood has had so many years of being played and so many years to open up and just kind of wood is a porous material.
Talk about its feelings.
Yeah, exactly. So I had heard that like the ideal age for a guitar after manufactured to make sure it's not gonna have any of these crazy warping factors after the factory is like 7 years. So if you get a guitar that's used and it's 7 years old, it's probably not going to move from that state unless you make it.
Uh-oh. Is that me or you?
That was yours.
What happened? Oh, it just decided to turn off here.
Mine's perfect. I'll go back to this one. Yeah, so that was just something I'd heard. I don't know if there's any merit. It makes sense to me, right? As wood ages, moisture leaves, it settles, essentially.
Yeah.
And so after 7 years, it's probably not really going to shift from that much more at that point. And again, that also comes down to, factories. You get a guitar from a factory, and if they did their due diligence and that was for you. And
We laughed.
and actually aged their guitars properly and made sure that the neck moisture and the body moisture were the same before they put the guitars together.
Yeah.
There's
Just
just so
wet.
much stuff, but the if you read and you know about more about this stuff, you'll understand why a guitar's having this issue or that issue, and it boils down to, well, the company is just fucking cheap, and
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure.
even if they're an expensive ass
Bottom
company,
line.
yeah. And so the brand that I see the least of that on is PRS.
Yeah.
So
Well, see, I don't like PRS because it sounds like purse. I don't like that.
yeah, well, there's lots of things that sound like they is, but they isn't.
And with that, we're gonna head over to the VIP section.
Deuces.
Well done.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching the latest episode of your new favorite band. This is the end of the free content.
But if you want to unlock the full uncut versions of every episode, head over to lamaybe.com/VIP and sign up for our membership. For $7 a month, you'll get extended episodes of our podcast, a bonus episode every month, plus exclusive merch. You'll also be supporting us and helping us continue to stay on the road and make new music. And for that, we're eternally grateful, so thank you.